Good morning, Americans and humans. This is your favorite alien on the morning of Friday, June 3rd, 2022. And I wanted to, before I do my commentary for today, for those of you who have LAS, yesterday was Lou Gehrig's Day, June 2nd. 1941 when he passed away for LAS, and those of you who are in the same position I am, well, just wanted to say hang in there. We know what we got, and just make sure that you take one day at a time, enjoy the day you have, and go from there. And for today's commentary, it's actually, I'm answering some emails. And the name of the commentary today is going to be The Gorn Threat, the real life happenings in my timeline. Okay. So, here it goes. For those of you, including a Wilford Johnson and Alicia Hummerstein, I think I pronounced that right, and a Joseph Petrocelli, if I pronounced that right. Let me know if I'm not. Well, excuse me. You guys wrote me. Can you keep on saying that the Gorn effect, and we are Trekkies. This is Mrs. Mr. Petrocelli, I mean, put this down, and he said, tell us what happened. And I think I can, because your race doesn't seem to change and has watermelons for brains, so only a few of you will probably look at this and take it seriously. The other one, so throw it in file 13, so here it goes. For the United States, Mr. Petrocelli, and that was primemost on your list that you asked me, the United States never got to a 47th president because George Biden just didn't know what to do. And the Congress didn't know what to do with the issues they had. And what sunk them, I think, the most was the mass shootings. You're going to have at least 5 more before 2024. Okay, you already had one after them over in Oklahoma. But, the guy went in there, he didn't like what a doctor did to his back, so he killed him. Well, yeah, and other people too. Okay, but the United States ceased to exist because it couldn't handle the mass shootings. Congress didn't know what to do, and the people got angry. The border, Mr. Biden did a disastrous thing on the border, and it cost a lot of, you'll see a run on the border, just like you saw a run on the banks during 1930s. Yeah, you wait till you see that run on the border coming up later on this year. And don't forget the war with Russia, and the dual threats of monkeypox and COVID-19. Well, Mr. Petrocelli, that killed your nation late in 2023, early 2024. You never got to your re-elections because the people just had enough. And your Congress between now and early 2024 did absolutely nothing about anything. They were bitching to each other about, I'm a Republican and I want Trump. And the other ones were, I'm a start-right, left-wing Democrat and I want this. And you guys never saw the human condition or your people in mind. So you are responsible, Congress, for the death of the United States. That's all I can say about that. For the rest of the world, well, there was a World War III because Putin, he started consolidating his forces and inch by inch taking, but in late 2023, he will launch a very disastrous and devastating attack against not only Poland, but Ukraine, Poland, Finland, and it'll be disastrous, okay? NATO, because the United States is disintegrating at the time, will have no response for this. And that's the way it goes. World War III, about 25% of your population worldwide will be gone. Yeah, interesting. And then comes July 22nd, 2065. The Gorn equivalent, like I said, the Moshka, will attack the Earth just like the Glenn Larson produced Battlestar Galactica. If you remember, he had a 19, I think it was called Galactica 1980. And that's as closest thing I can come to, Mr. Petrocelli, on how it started. The Moscow sent 21 ships to get rid of Earth. When they get here, they realize that they only need 2. Because you guys just don't have the technology or the people or the defenses to defend your planet. And 2 of their ships carry about 400 fighters in them. And the ships are deadly on their own rate, but their fighters shoot what you call phased weapons and phased torpedoes, okay? You know, like you would call in Star Trek, photon torpedoes. Well, each one of them are equipped with 6. But they got phased weapons that shoot an equivalent energy burst of 150,000 terawatts. Imagine the devastation that would happen when it hits anything, human, building, devastation. And they only use 120 of them worldwide. It eliminates all your military in nothing like 4 minutes. And for the remaining 56 minutes of that hour, they devastate the Earth. There are two ships that are assigned to attack the Earth. They can put devastation at a 200,000 terawatt level with their beams straight from space, and they devastate a whole bunch of cities. By the time it's done, I would say 1/4 of your cities are gone. And over 4 billion people are dead. Okay? You have less than 1 million people left on your planet, and they are doomed because of the radiation. Because when they do that, it creates a lot of theta radiation, and you guys are going to be in trouble. Antimatter phase weapons create a lot of radiation. So you guys will be in trouble there. I was around here. I had 37 ships at my disposal, but like I told you, we were not allowed to interfere with you because your society never had an inkling of trying to save itself or trying to be a better society. So we could not interfere because you were dangerous the way you were. And we noted the fact in the 2035 report that they got from the people that were here watching you guys, that the United States disintegrated, and it was their own fault. And they were the top dog back then. China was in no way, no condition. It just disintegrated, and it was almost on the way out before the Moshka finally eliminated them. Russia was a disaster. Like I said, Putin will die in early 2024, but Russia never recovered. The Europeans never quite recovered. They formed a European alliance, but they never quite recovered to the extent that they were pre-2024. So there you go, Mr. Petrocelli. It took them an hour to destroy your planet with devastating effect. Your military only lasted 4 minutes. I came to see it in 2066 in February, and I made a mistake, which when I leave this planet, when my host dies and I go back, it'll only be 15 of your seconds for me, but I've been here over 50 years, maybe almost 60, depending on how long your host lives. I'm not sure, but it might be another 5, 6, 7 years or so, but I'll be gone. And when I report back, I have to answer because I was on my way home with 300,000 of your survivors. Why I did that, I have no idea. I regret it now, big time. And I shouldn't regret it because you guys are human beings. You guys are things, but it's dangerous. And that's what they'll tell me. You brought in a dangerous race. What are we going to do with them? So I know I'll get that part. But yes, Mr. Petrocelli, I hope this answers your question. There's no light bulb in anybody on this planet that wants to turn on and said, you know what we're doing is terrible. We don't have a human culture. And we got to develop one. But too little too late now. This is your favorite alien. Good day.